Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Katata Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Continuing to read from Canto 9, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 21. Does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We read about the dynasty, the introduction. We read the dynasty of Maharaj Bharat, and Maharaj Bharat is the son of Maharaj Dushman, and also we read about Bharatwaj, who who is the grandson of Maharaj Bharat, and he was given by the Maruts demigods. So he's also known as Vitatha. And Rantidev is Bharatwaj's great grandson. And we read that he was an exalted devotee of the Lord. And he would also give in charity anyone who comes to him, like the food, especially the food. And once he had fasted for 48 days, and he was going to break his fast, and then how a Brahmana came, and he gives a share of his food to the Brahman. Then again a Shudra came, and he did the same. He also gave a share of his food. Um, So then we could see that Rantidev was a king, but he perceived the presence of the Supreme Lord in everything, every living entity. Whether it's a Brahmana, it's a Shudra, for him everything was equal. So he saw everyone as part of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari Sambandhi Vastunaha. So which is like such an equal vision. A person who has such an equal vision is called Samadarshina. Darshana.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Just a tiny bit of detail. Bharadwaj was the son of Maharaj Bharat, not grandson.
Oh, okay.
Mm. Yeah, but thank you. So reading on text 8, Yate Shudre Tam Anyogat
याति शुद्रितम् अन्योगात्
Ati Atithi Shvabhir Avritaha
अतिथिः श्रमि आवृतः
Rajan Me Diyatam Annam
राजन्नेदीयताम् अन्नम्
Saganaya Bhubukshate.
सगणाया बुभुक्षते
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. When the Shudra went away, another guest arrived, surrounded by dogs, and said, O king, I and my company of dogs are very hungry. Please give us something to eat. So the Brahmana came, he gave him a portion of food. Shudra came, he gave him a portion of food. Now a Chandala has come, one with the dogs, and he's saying, Oh, we are very hungry. So Adritya Vashishtam Yad
स आदृत अवशिष्टं यद्
Bahumana Puraskritam
बहुमाना पुरस्कृतम्
Tacha Datva Namaschakre
तच्च दत्त्वा नमश्चक्रे
Shvabhaya Shvapataye Vibhuhu.
शभया स्वपतिः
With great respect, King Rantidev offered the balance of the food to the dogs and the master of the dogs, who had come as guests. the king offered them all respects and obeisances. So we can see he's respecting the Brahmana and the Shudra, and also now to the Chandal who's come with the dogs. He's not like, okay, whatever, take this food and go away. But with great respect, he's offering them the food, offering them obeisances. Paniya matram uchesham.
पानीयपात्रम् उच्छेषम्
Tacheka paritarpanam.
तच्चैकापरितर्पणम्
Pashyata pulkaso bhagyat.
पास्यतः पुल्कस्योपज्ञात्
Apo dehi ashubhayame.
अपो देहि अशुभाय मे.
Thereafter, only the drinking water remained, and there was only enough to satisfy one person. But when the king was just about to drink it, a Chandal appeared and said, O king, although I am low born, kindly give me some drinking water. So I'm sorry, the earlier person was a dog keeper, and now a Chandal is coming. And he's saying, Oh, I'm thirsty now. Please give me some water. Tasyatam karunam vacham.
तस्य तां करुणां वाचम्
Nishamya vipula shramam.
निशम्य विपुलाश्रमाम्
Kripaya brasha santapta.
कृपया भृश सन्तप्त
Idam ahamritam vachaha.
इदम् आह अमृतं वचः.
Aggrieved at hearing the pitiable words of the poor fatigued Chandal, Maharaj Rantidev spoke the following nectarian words. Maharaj Rantidev's words were like Amrit or nectar, and therefore, aside from rendering bodily service to an aggrieved person, by his words alone the king could save the life of anyone who might hear him. न कामयेऽहं गतिम् ईश्वरात् पराम्
न कामयेऽहं गतिमीश्वरात्मराम्
अष्टार्धियुक्ताम् अपुनर्भवं वा
अष्टादुर्युक्ताम् पुनर्भवं वा
आर्तिं प्रपद्येऽखिलदेहभाजाम्
आर्तिं प्रपद्ये अखिलदेहभाजाम्
अन्तःस्थितो येन भवन्ति अदुःखः
अन्तः स्थितो येन भवन्ति दुःखः.
I do not pray to the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the eight perfection of mystic yoga, nor for salvation from repeated birth and death. I want only to stay among all the living entities and suffer all distresses on their behalf so that they may be freed from suffering. Vasudev Dutt made a similar statement to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, requesting the Lord to liberate all living entities in his presence. Vasudev Dutt submitted that if they were unfit to be liberated, he himself would take all their sinful reactions and suffer personally so that the Lord might deliver them. So Vasudev Dutt, one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya, he told Lord Chaitanya that you liberate everyone's suffering here in this full universe. So you please liberate them. And if they do not have the qualification to liberate, if they are supposed to suffer, give all that suffering to me, and I will stay here and suffer on their behalf. But you take everyone out. And Lord Chaitanya said, yes. What is there a loss? If one of them, if there's a bag full of mustard seeds and one mustard seed is lost, what is the loss? It's not a big loss. So Lord Chaitanya delivered the entire universe. A Vaishnava is therefore described as being paradukha dukhi, very much aggrieved by the sufferings of others. As such, a Vaishnava engages in activities for the real welfare of human society. So, real welfare of human society. Of course, there are degrees of welfare works for for benefit of others, but the Vaishnava is providing the highest welfare, helping the conditioned living entities to go back home, back to Godhead, so they can eternally be happy, eternally no more suffering. Shudre Shramo Gatra Paribhramascha
Chutrottashramagam
परिभर्मश्च
parimaham
Dainyam Klamashoka Moha
Dainyam klamah shoka vishadamoha
Sarve Nivritta Kripanasya Jantor
Sarve nivrittaha kripanasya janto
Jiji Vishorjiva Jalarpanan Me.
Jiji
जीवजलपनम्
vishorjivanapane.
By offering my water to maintain the life of this poor Chandal who is struggling to live, I have been freed from all hunger, thirst, fatigue, trembling of the body, moroseness, distress, lamentation, and illusion. So, these are Maharaj Rantidev's words. He's not eaten for 48 days, not had water. He had some food, all that he has shared. Now he has a little water. Now he's sharing. And but also we can see the mood. What are his words? What is he saying here?
That by helping this Chandal who is struggling to live, he has been freed from all the hunger, thirst, fatigue, trembling of the body, moroseness, distress, lamentation, and illusion.
Yeah. Iti prabhashya paniyam
Iti prabhashya paniyam
mriyamana pipasaya
miyapana pipasayam
पिपाशयः
pulkashaya pulkasaya no, saya dadadiro
पुष्कशया ददाति
pulkastadadhiram
nisarga karuno nripaha.
nisarga karuno
निसर्गकरुणा
nripaha.
Having spoken thus, King Rantidev, although on the verge of death because of thirst, gave his own portion of water to the Chandal without hesitation, for the king was naturally very kind and sober. So, what he is doing is certainly very, very difficult, no? He himself is almost dying, and yet, without hesitation, he's giving his water. Tasya tribhuvanadhishaha
Tasya tribhuvunadishaha
falada phalam ichchatam
faladaha falamichyatam
atmanam darshayam chakrur.
atmanam darshayam chakru
Maya Vishnu Vinirmitaha.
Maya Vishnurvinirmitaha.
Demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, who can satisfy all materially ambitious men by giving them the rewards they desire, then manifested their own identities before King Rantidev. For it was they who had presented themselves as the Brahmana, Shudra, Chandal, and so on. So the demigods had come to him in these forms to show how glorious he is, so that the world can see the glories of Maharaj Rantidev. Savai namaskritya
Savetebhyo namaskritya
nisango vigata sprihaha
nisango vigataspраha
vasudeve bhagavati
vasudeve bhagavati
bhaktya chakre mana param.
bhaktya chakre.
King Rantidev had no ambition to enjoy material benefits from the demigods. He offered them obeisances. But because he was factually attached to Lord Vishnu Vasudev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he fixed his mind at Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. Sri Narottam Das Thakur has sung, Anya Devashraya Nai Tomare Kahino Bhai, E Bhakti Parama Karana. If one wants to become a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, one should not hanker to take benedictions from the demigods. So here Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva are here standing right in front of Maharaj Rantidev. The general would be, oh, let me ask some benediction. I have this problem, that problem. I have a checklist. Let me see what they can help me with. But Maharaj Rantidev, he's offering them all respects, obeisances. He's not asking them any material benediction. Rather, he's fixing his mind at the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. And Prabhupada is quoting Narottam Das Thakur here. So Narottam Das Thakur is saying that if one actually wants to become a pure devotee, he should not have this desire to take benedictions from the demigods. Because the demigods will fulfill the benedictions. But again, those benedictions are temporary. The fruits of those benedictions are temporary. So one may enjoy of a certain time, but again one will come back to the suffering, because that's the nature of the material world. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.20, Kamestes Rita Jnana Prapadyanti Anya Devataha. Those befooled by the illusion of the material energy worship gods other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, although Rantidev was personally able to see Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, he did not hanker to take material benefits from them. Rather, he fixed his mind upon Lord Vasudev and rendered devotional service unto him. This is the sign of a pure devotee whose heart is not adulterated by material desires. So he has no material desire. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishnanu bhakti ruttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. So, what is pure devotional service?
Anya abhilashita shunyam. No material or fruitive desires, or
Mm,
no philosophical speculation also, like jnanam karma, and
mm.
just want to serve Krishna.
Serve
3 points.
Krishna
Yeah.
favorably. serve
Favorable, yeah.
Krishna favorably. Should be favorable to Krishna. And no desire also for mystic perfections.
Yeah.
Free from mystic perfections. Okay. Ishvaralambanam chittam
Ishvara alambanam chittam
kurvato kurvato nanyaradasaha
kurvanto
Kurvato nanyaradasan
maya gunamai rajan
maya
Mahagunarajan
rajan
swapnavat pratiyaliyata.
swapnavat pralayayata.
Swapnapratita
O Maharaj Parikshit, because King Rantidev was a pure devotee, always Krishna conscious and free from all material desires, the Lord's illusory energy Maya could not exhibit herself before him. On the contrary, for him, Maya entirely vanished, exactly like a dream. As it is said, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andakar. Yaha Krishna Taha Nahi Mayara Adhikar. Just as there is no chance that darkness can exist in the sunshine, in a pure Krishna conscious person, there can be no existence of Maya. Like few hours ago, it was dark here. It was night, it was dark. But as soon as the sun comes up, everything becomes clear. There's no more darkness. Or in the room at night when we enter a dark room, then as soon as we switch on the light, immediately there is light, no more darkness. So wherever there's light, there is no darkness. So wherever there is Krishna, there is no Maya. So the pure devotee, he's Krishna conscious. So for him, there is no Maya. The Lord himself says in Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Devi hi esha gunamai, mama maya duratyaya, mam eva ye prapadyante, mayam etam tarantite. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So, because to get out of this material world is practically impossible by our own self. But by surrendering to Krishna, it becomes easy. Because Krishna helps. Maya is Krishna's servant. If one wants to be free from the influence of Maya, the illusory energy, one must become Krishna conscious and always keep Krishna prominent within the core of his heart. In Bhagavad Gita 9:34, the Lord advises that one always think of him, Man mana bhava madhyaji mam namaskuru. In this way, by always being Krishna minded or Krishna conscious, one can surpass the influence of Maya. Mayam etam tarantite. Because Rantidev was Krishna conscious, he was not under the influence of the illusory energy. The word swapnavat is significant in this connection because in the material world, the mind is absorbed in materialistic activities. When one is asleep, many contradictory activities appear in one's dreams. When one awakens, however, these activities automatically merge into the mind. Similarly, as long as one is under the influence of the material energy, he makes many plans and schemes. But when one is Krishna conscious, such dreamlike plans automatically disappear. So at night, we have so many dreams, so many things. Maybe a nice dream or it may be a bad one. But as soon as we wake up, the situation is completely different. We find ourselves on the bed, you know. But in the dream, there may have been so many different circumstances. So in the night, we are having the night dream. Similarly, during the day, we are having the daydream. We are dreaming, I am this person, I have this, I belong here, this is mine. Um, so this is also a dream because actually we are the soul. So Maharaj Rantidev, he was a pure devotee. So he didn't have this kind of daydreaming and night dreaming. He's completely Krishna conscious. So pure devotee is always with Krishna. He's always in Vaikuntha, always in Vrindavan. Any comments, questions?
You know the story of Ranti Deva? This was
Hmm.
also shown like in the previous time in my younger age. I have seen on the television like how um, they had come to test him. This was more specifically mentioned कि भगवान परीक्षा लेते हैं. Like how there used to be a serial of Santoshi Mata and वो उनके टेस्ट लेते रहते हैं हमेशा कि वो ऐसे करते हैं. So the Ranti Deva story was also more like a test for him, like how we have read in the end that they had come in disguise, Shivji and Brahmaji and everybody, but still he did what was his duty, what was right according to the scriptures as a pure devotee, what he should have done. He never deviated. So, like as we read, that this was to glorify him more.
Yeah.
And we see how pure devotees are always tested. So, in that context, this story we have, like, this was a very, very famous one, like what we have heard and watched in the childhood time on the Doordarshan.
Ah, okay.
And this also reminds me that how even the, you know, whatever was served to us in that time was so meaningful and according to our scriptures. This is later that we got deviated, but I remember that, like, watching really nice things, and now I'm feeling that how important they were, that they were depicted in a form of a serial, and you know, it was presented to us in, so like nothing was just served as a useless thing just to watch, and after that you cannot ponder onto it, like how today it is, we forget. But now I am thinking that we were in such a beautiful time, that as a child, that something really fruitful and from the shastras, what was really right according to scriptures was served. And that's why I think we were able to get more connected to Krishna somehow. And I think that way. Because all these stories, we have watched them, not heard from my grandmother or anything, not read, but we have watched them on TV, in the movies.
Nice. Mm, very nice. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah. It's good
And
to
then,
make
you
movies of
know,
this.
and then I used to always feel, I remember in the, at that time, कि अगर कुछ भी ऐसा करेंगे भगवान तो आ ही जाएंगे, मतलब he knows, you know, like that, because he's coming to test you also, so he's there. If he's watching, then only, no, he knows that what's happening. So वो soul wala concept was not there, definitely didn't know about that much, but we know that yeah, he's there, he's always there. So
Yeah, very good.
very, very fortunate. I think we are really fortunate to have the blessings of our elders and the guidance. So I think we are really fortunate.
So good. It's very, very nice. Okay. So we'll stop here. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that, Neha. Thank you, everyone. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.